पिछले वीडियो में हमने देखा था फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस, और फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस को डिफाइन करने के लिए दो चीज़ों की आवश्यकता होती है। एक तो कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम की आवश्यकता होती है। कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में भी रेक्टेंगुलर, में भी पोलर और में भी ज्योग्राफिकल कोऑर्डिनेट। और दूसरी चीज हमें ऑब्जर्वर की आवश्यकता होती है। अब हम देखेंगे डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट। सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे डिस्प्लेसमेंट की। So the definition of displacement is the shortest distance between two positions is called displacement. Shortest distance between two positions is called displacement. Is called displacement. Shortest distance between two positions. Two positions means initial position and final position. The shortest distance between two positions is called displacement. Displacement को हम 3 डायमेंशंस के फॉर्म में देखने जा रहे हैं। तो 3 डायमेंशनल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम, ऑब्जर्वर को ओरिजिन पे शिफ्ट करते हैं, एक्स एक्सिस, वाई एक्सिस एंड जेड एक्सिस। सपोज at time t the particle is at p. At time t the position of the particle is p and the coordinates of point p is x1, y1, z1. At time t the coordinate of point p is x1, y1, z1, and after certain time t dash the particle reaches to point q. After time t dash the particle reaches to point q and the coordinate of point q be x2, y2 and z2. All these 3 coordinates gets changes when the particle reaches at point q. So these are the 2 positions. Initial position p and final position is q. And we know that the displacement is given by line joining these 2 positions p and q. This is the shortest distance. PQ is the shortest distance. Suppose OP is the position vector given by r1. OQ is the position vector which is given by R2, and PQ is the displacement vector given by delta R. So line joining these 2 points we get displacement vector, and the direction of arrow is from initial point to the final points. इनिशियल पॉइंट से फाइनल पॉइंट की तरफ एरो को हम ड्रॉ करते हैं। तो इन ट्रायंगल OPQ वी कैन राइट OP वेक्टर प्लस PQ वेक्टर इज इक्वल्स टू OQ वेक्टर। OP और PQ की डायरेक्शन सेम है, along the same line, along the same, and OQ की डायरेक्शन अपोजिट है। And OP is R1 vector, PQ is delta R vector, and OQ is R2. So delta R vector, which is the displacement vector, is found by R2 vector minus R1 vector. Now we know the coordinates of point R1 is x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. And the coordinates of point R2 is given by x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. So delta R equals to R2 minus R1. Put the value of R2 and R1. So delta R vector equals to the coordinates of R2 is x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap minus the coordinates of R1 is x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and this will be written x2 minus x1 I cap, taking I cap as common, plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. So this is the displacement vector. Delta R is equals to x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap, and the magnitude of this displacement vector delta R or modulus of displacement vector delta R is given by under root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square plus z2 minus z1 the whole square. So this is the displacement in terms of three-dimensional coordinate system. Delta R equals to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Displacement is the shortest distance between two positions, initial position and final positions. Displacement is a vector quantity, and the unit of SI unit of displacement is meter. Displacement is a vector quantity. Its SI unit is meter. And CDS unit is centimeter. SI unit is meter, CDS unit is centimeter. If the particle is started from point A, it goes to point B, and suppose the distance between points A and B is 5 meters. So when particle goes from point A to point B, in that case the displacement will be final position minus initial position, means 5 meters. But when the particle return back to the original position, when the particle return back to the point A, then in that case displacement becomes 0. Displacement equals to 0 because the initial position was 0 and the final position also 0. So in that case the displacement becomes 0. Now we will see the distance. Distance. One more thing. Displacement may be positive, 0 and negative. डिस्प्लेसमेंट पॉजिटिव भी हो सकती है, 0 भी हो सकती है और नेगेटिव भी हो सकती है. Now second is distance. Actual path length covered by body. Actual path length covered by a body. Actual path length covered by a body is called distance. Actual path length covered by a body is called distance. The SI unit of distance is also meter, and distance is a scalar quantity. It has no direction. It is a scalar quantity. Its SI unit is meter. Distance never be, distance may be either positive or zero, but never be negative. Distance, displacement must be less than equal to distance. डिस्प्लेसमेंट डिस्टेंस के या तो इक्वल होगा या छोटा होगा. डिस्प्लेसमेंट डिस्टेंस से ग्रेटर ही होगा. So this is what about distance. Now we will discuss about speed. Speed, the rate of change of position of a body. The rate of change of position of a body or of an object with time. The rate of change of position of a body with time in any direction. In any direction is called speed. The rate of change of position of an object or position of a body with time in any direction is called speed. So speed is equals to distance traveled. Speed is equals to distance traveled upon time taken to cover that distance. Speed equals to distance upon time. Speed is a scalar quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity because distance is a scalar quantity and the speed equals to distance upon time. So speed is also a scalar quantity. Since the distance traveled, by an object is either positive or zero. We know the distance covered by a body never be negative, and the distance covered by a body is either it will be positive or zero, but never be negative. So speed also either positive or zero. So speed also either positive or zero, but never be negative. So speed equals to distance upon time. Distance is a scalar quantity, therefore speed is also a scalar quantity, and distance traveled by an object is either positive or zero. It never be negative. That's why the speed of body or the speed of an object is either positive or it may be zero, but speed never be negative. The SI unit of speed, SI unit of speed is meter per second. SI unit of speed is meter per second, and its dimension is m naught L t raised to the power minus 1. The dimension of speed is m naught L t raised to the power minus 1. Now we will discuss types of speed, in which the first type is called uniform speed. Types of speed. First is uniform speed. Uniform speed. A body is said to be moving with uniform speed if it covers equal distances in equal interval of time. A body is said to be moving with uniform speed if it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. With the definition of uniform speed, a body is said to be moving with uniform speed if it covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Next is variable speed. Second type, variable speed. A body is said to be moving with a variable speed. A body is said to be moving with a variable speed if it covers unequal distances. If it covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. This is the variable speed. A body is said to be moving with variable speed if it covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. So the first type is uniform speed, second is variable speed, and the third is average speed. Average speed. It is defined as the ratio of total distance traveled. It is defined as the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken. Total distance traveled to the total time taken to cover that distance. Average speed, the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken to cover that distance. So average speed is equals to total distance traveled upon total time taken. V average equals to total distance traveled is also given by delta x and total time taken, delta t. So average velocity V average equals to delta x by delta t, total distance upon total time. So this is the definition of average speed, ratio of total distance travelled to the total time taken. Then V average equals to delta x by delta t. The delta x is the total distance and delta t is the total time. Next is instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. The speed of a body. The speed of a body at any particular instant. The speed of an object or body at any particular point. The speed of a body at any particular point. At any particular point of its path. The speed of a body at any particular point of its path is called instantaneous speed. It's called instantaneous speed. The speed of a body or the speed of an object at any particular point or of its path. Mathematically, it is represented by V equals to limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t. This is the average speed. In average speed, when we take limit or limit delta t tends to 0, it means delta t approaches to 0, then this average becomes instantaneous and given by dx by dt. So instantaneous speed V is given by dx by dt. Suppose there are two positions. At time t, the particle is at P, and at time T dash the particle is at Q, and this is the distance from P to Q. And average speed means the speed from point P to point Q is called average speed. The speed from P to Q is called instantaneous, is called average speed. From P to Q is called average speed. When this point P approaches towards Q, means delta T comes to 0, delta T becomes 0, then at a particular point Q, the tangent at this point gives the expression for instantaneous speed. When delta T approaches to 0, then the speed at a particular point of its path is called instantaneous speed. So the type of the speed was uniform speed, variable speed, average speed, and instantaneous speed. The speedometer of an automobile indicates the instantaneous speed. The speedometer of an automobile speedometer of an automobile indicates the instantaneous speed, indicates the instantaneous speed. स्पीडोमीटर जो ऑटोमोबाइल में लगा होता है वो इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड को बताता है. नाउ वी विल सी द एवरेज स्पीड इन डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस. एवरेज स्पीड in different situations. Average speed in different situations means a body covering different distances. Case 1, a body covering different distances. Body covering different distances is with different speeds. Different distances with different speeds. Body covering different distances with different speeds. Suppose a body covers, let a body covers distances S1, S2, S3 dash dash with speeds v1, v2, v3 dash dash. और बॉडी डिफरेंट डिस्टेंसेस S1 डिस्टेंस v1 स्पीड से कवर करती है, S2 डिस्टेंस v2 स्पीड से कवर करती है और S3 डिस्टेंस v3 स्पीड से कवर करती है. So V average velocity, we know total distance upon total time. Total distance S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus dash dash upon total time means T1 plus T2 plus T3 and plus dash dash. Time is also different, T1 plus T2 plus T3. Now S1 plus h2 plus s3 plus dash dash upon time t1 is given by time equals to distance upon speed. Time equals to distance upon speed. So t1 time is equals to s1 by v1, t2 time is written as s2 by v2, t3 time is written as s3 by v3 plus dash dash dash. So this is the expression for average velocity when body covers different distances with different times. Suppose there are two different distances s1 and s2, and there are two velocities v1 and v2. So this becomes s1 by v1 plus s2 by v2. If there are two distances s1 s2 and there are two velocities v1 and v2, in that case if s1 is equals to s2 equals to s, अगर s1 s के इक्वल है, s2 भी s के इक्वल है, then in that situation v average becomes s1 plus s2, it becomes 2s upon s1 by v1, s2 by v2, s is taken common, so it gives 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, and this becomes 2v1 v2 upon v1 plus. This is the average speed when body covers different distances with different speeds. Now next situation, different speeds in different time intervals. Different speeds in different time intervals. Different speeds in different time intervals. Suppose let a body moving with velocity, with speeds v1, v2, v3 dash dash in time t1, t2, t3 dash dash. t1 टाइम पे स्पीड v1, t2 टाइम पे स्पीड v2, t3 टाइम पे स्पीड v3. Then the total distance traveled. Then the total distance traveled equals to v1 into t1, distance equals to speed into time, plus v2 t2 plus v3 t3 plus dash dash dash. And you know the formula for average velocity, v average equals to total distance upon total time. So v1 t1 plus v2 t2 plus v3 t3 plus dash dash, and total time t1 plus t2 plus t3 plus dash dash. So this is the expression for average velocity when the speed is different and time is different. At time t1 the speed is v1, at time t2 the speed is v2, at time t3 the speed is v3. So this is about speed. Now we will discuss about velocity. Velocity. the rate of change of position of a body. The rate of change of position of a body with time. The rate of change of position of a body with time in a given direction. In a given direction is called velocity. So a speed means in any particular direction and velocity means in a given direction. So velocity equals to displacement upon time, and velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Its unit is same as that of the speed. Both have the same unit. In SI system, the unit of velocity is also meter per second. So the rate of change of position of a body with time in a given direction is called velocity. Velocity equals to displacement upon time. Velocity equals to displacement upon time. Velocity is a vector quantity and the unit of velocity is also meter per second. Now we will discuss about types of velocity. So first type is uniform velocity. Types of velocity. First is uniform velocity. A body is said to be moving. A body is said to be moving with uniform velocity. A body is said to be moving with uniform velocity if it covers. A body is said to be moving with uniform velocity if it covers equal displacement in equal time interval. If a body covers equal displacement in equal time interval, then the velocity is called uniform velocity. Equal displacement in equal time interval. Second is variable velocity. Variable velocity. So body is said to be moving with variable velocity if either its speed changes, its direction of motion changes, or either both speed and direction both changes. Then the body is said to be moving with variable velocity. A body is said to be moving. A body is said to be moving with variable velocity if either its speed changes if either its speed changes, direction of motion changes, or both changes, or both of them changes, or both of them changes. स्पीड मीन्स मैग्नीट्यूड. अगर मैग्नीट्यूड में चेंज हो रहा है या डायरेक्शन में चेंज हो रहा है या दोनों में ही चेंज हो रहा है, मैग्नीट्यूड और डायरेक्शन दोनों में ही चेंज हो रहा है, तो उसे हम वेरिएबल वेलोसिटी कहेंगे. थर्ड इज एवरेज वेलोसिटी. Average velocity. Average velocity. It is defined as the ratio of total displacement to the total time taken. It is defined as the ratio of total displacement, ratio of total displacement to the total time taken. It is defined as the ratio of total displacement to the total time taken to cover, total time taken to cover that displacement, ratio of total displacement to the total time taken to cover that displacement. If x1 and x2 are the positions of the particle, if x1 and x2 are the positions of the particle at time t1 and t2, at time t1 and t2, then average velocity v average equals to total displacement upon time, displacement upon time, total time or time. So displacement is given by x2 minus x1 and time is given by t2 minus t1. Displacement final position minus initial position, and total time final time minus initial time. This may be also represented by delta x by delta t, delta x by delta t. So this is the average velocity. Now instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity. So the velocity of a particle or the body, the velocity of the body at any particular point of its path, or the velocity of a body at a particular instant, is called instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity. The velocity of a body, the velocity of a body at any particular instant, at any particular instant of time, is called instantaneous velocity. So v instantaneous velocity, v is given by limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t. This becomes instantaneous dx by dt. When delta t approaches to 0, then the average velocity becomes instantaneous. When time delta t approaches to 0, then average velocity delta x by delta t, it becomes instantaneous velocity.